the combination Vergaerde, Denolf from Jabbeke, Belgium, success in the extreme long distance with nest pigeons. The weather conditions, heat and thunderstorms turned the international race from Soustons for yearlings a real journey from hell. The Soustons, 09-313-1943, as they shall call him from the duo Vergaerde, Denolf from Jabbeke, completed the 890 kilometers with a velocity of 927.22 meters per minute, and with this won international the second against 10,261 contemporaries, was the second national against 8,517 pigeons, and was the first provincial against 1,699 in West Flanders. For the beach visitors who drive in the direction of Oostende, the borough Jabbeke lies on the E40 directly in front of the junction of the E40 with the A10. So we are therefore in the northern part of the Belgian coastal province. The Vergaerde, Denolf, is a husband-wife combination who both earn a living in the care sector. In reality this means early, late night, and weekend shifts, seeing that this gives inconveniences on a weekly basis during the racing season. The couple have opted to only race the international races, 6 in total, and this with the classic nest game. Both the cocks and the hens are basketed. They had previously won the first provincial from Ruffick in 1997, the first and second provincial from Nantes in 2003, and the victory from Soustons is consequently their third provincial triumph. Their pigeon colony is built up with the old sort from Deschacht, Denweaver from Westkirk, supplemented with pigeons from Jeljelema, and from Frans van Pepperstretten, both from the Netherlands, and from Herman van Bellegem from Snellegem. In the period 1997 and 2003, the focus was on the long-distance game with the young birds, on the races Bordeaux, Royan, Ruffick and Cognac. Yearly there were 2 of these races. They won interprovincial, provincial, semi-national races, and every time with chain results. These were mostly pigeons from the tandem Deschacht Denweaver, a second home for Kurt. In 2003, they decided to switch to the greater long distance. The pigeons from Deschacht Denweaver were crossed in with new pigeons, where the crossing with their Zoan Nirvana cross Jade, from Jeljelema, took care immediately for new successes, and these 2 strains are still to be found in most of their pigeons. A third very successful strain that entered the loft is from Hendrik Wynant, also an iron-strong strain that seemed to match extremely well with their already existing strain. We can state that this iron-strong strain can go even further on the more heavy races. They can add another 200 to 300 kilometers. Sometimes they co-breed or exchange something with strong racing fanciers, like for example Joe Ronsian, Hans de Rick and Rob Niss. When something is bought, they look for pigeons with a lot of speed in it, and where the close family won as much as possible, 50, 60 to 70, first prizes. This works nice with a Hugh Herman hen, strain Super 015, and a Peter van der Merwe hen, strain Gwen. International races. Kurt Vergaerde and Anja Denolf a national victory, and this on a very hard race out of Pekeng. Pigeons are the most important thing for Kurt and Anja. Both Kurt and Anja are passionate by pigeons, and go for the full 100% to get beautiful results on the international races. Both work in the social sector with the obliged shift and weekend work. To be able to combine everything, they race everything on nest. Both cocks as hens can have to prove themselves on the international races. Extreme hot temperatures, ease wind. It promised to be an extremely weekend, really something for the pigeons from Vergaerde Denolf. They had 40 pigeons for Pekeng in mind, but they forgot to basket one, so this one was being basketed for Montélimar instead. As predicted, a very tough one. In the evening, there were about 6 pigeons that reached their loft in France. This just before the border with Belgium, so the first Belgian pigeons had to be close. 2 pigeons were registered at Kurt and Anja, mother and daughter. A 4-year-old and a yearling hen. For the old pigeons this was really head of the race, and the yearling hen was signed first at that time, so it was another full hour waiting full tension to see if there were pigeons that got home at a farther distance. and what has been written in the stars for several years now came true. Vergaerde Denolf from Jabbeke wins a first national. The pigeon that was forgotten for Pekeng and was being basketed on Montélimar, and also this one won a prize per 10. 22nd provincial against 228 pigeons, and national 290th against 4,552 pigeons. Preparation for the international races. After the season, Pekeng, they could breed for the first time last year a couple of youngsters. After that they were being separated. The pigeons were coupled again on the 3rd of March, to breed another round of youngsters. By the time they were being separated, almost all the hens had a second lay. The pigeons were being tossed this period from Belgium, Mouscron and Templouve, where they always were being released one by one. Few things to know. Both at homecoming as at basketing for an international race they get a race mixture. In between they get some lighter food, especially with a lot of barley. All racing pigeons are being fed together in one food trunk and again separate in their own box, so they can eat what they need before the basketing for an international race. They throw often seed candy in the grass so they don't go into the country for it. After homecoming they always get electrolytes and amino acid, this for a good recuperation. The youngsters are being trained and only race short-distance races. As a year bird they get their test on Pekeng and or Narbonne, depending on the heaviness of the race. A pigeon that doesn't win a prize or even only races in the second half of the prizes, doesn't have a lot of change of making it to the racing team of the old birds. Here are some of wonderful results from the past years. 2010, 2nd National and International Souston. 2011, 8th National and 11th International Narbonne. 2012, 8th Belgian Championship Van Ribes, all internationals with first signed, 2nd Champion Union Gistel GLD. 2013, 8th and 26th National POW, 1st Champion Union Gistel Greater Long Distance Year Birds, 2nd Champion Union Gistel Greater Long Distance Old. 2014, 7th Champion Union Gistel Fan Club Steenbrugswear Fond Old, 7th Champion Union Gistel Fan Club Steenbrugswear Fond Year Birds. 2015, 2nd National and 7th International Barcelona, 1st National Series 1+2+3, 3rd Champion Union Gistel Fan Club Steenbrug International. 2016, 6th Champion Union Gistel Fan Club Steenbrug International, 9th in the 2-year classification. Golden Wing 2017, 2nd Champion Union Gistel Fan Club Steenbrug International, 5th in the 3-year classification. Golden Wing 2018, 5th and 7th National Pekeng Year Birds. Thank you for watching. Until next time.